again, Isis. How come did you not know me? It is not even fighting in the fight. Fighting in the fight.
No way. just drop now. This could be fun. You can
Ashes one.
Used. Good to think what this is. Oh, I'm back to the wheel. Ahmed. Ahmed.
It's a funny feeling someone's up here. This is a test. I took this ban off because I want to see if there's if the hitbox still works up here. I think with monkeys if they kill me, because I took that bandana off because there's I want to see if this glitch works. It might do, it might not do, and it involves jumping off. So, I'm gonna, and again. Now, there's a glitch where you, I don't know if it works now, but I wanted to test it. That's why I took the ban off, so I didn't have none of the whoever is coming through. But I wanted to keep those in because I've been with the Aldridge for quite a long time. But right up the top, if you jump down, I want to see if it works. It might have been patched, I don't know. So again, you can do it up the, well, that might have been patched as well. Just gonna test it. If I die, then it's been patched. I mean, that video was 8 months old, so it's, I'll see. And if it has, then that means you could literally fuck all these people over here. And I was waiting. To get here, just to try this out. And also there's a marriage going on, which I don't need to do. I've done all these, you know, I've done all these quests on the platinum these games a long time ago, so there's nothing new here for me to do, but it's just, if I'm wanting to put a game, then I'll do it. Am I in wedlock yet? Wait there, he's not there. So, let me see, I might have to go back. No, he's not there. That hasn't happened there, so I might be able to go back to the shrine. Or do I have to talk to that guy? I don't have to do it. I've done all this, like, not once, more than once. It's the only way you get this sword, the Henry sword. Unless I think you kill her, him, her, or whatever you're playing. Let me just see if this hitbox works. Because everywhere you jump up there, you basically land on that pillar there. And there's no way that enemy can get you here if you even if you use, like, I don't know about an Aldridge, but it's from a very well-known Souls guy, and it's also if you jump into the boss fight up here, you'd land somehow in the boss fight down there in the stairway, and he shows you all the death boxes, not hit boxes, the death box. It's something I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, I'm gonna try it because I'm here. That's why I took my bike easy. They had no bandana on, and I'm going to see if it works. It showed you where he said do this now before it gets patched, because he was just fucking everyone over, because basically you jump off here, you've got to try and land on that ledge, and that brings you to on that platform there, which is not attached to anything. Nobody can get you there. So basically, he was fucking everyone over there with just the bow. I know it's very quiet here, do you know what I mean? He jumped off everywhere. And just to show you, he jumped off up the top there, everywhere. But in the boss room up there where the escalator is, you jump off there and somehow you land in Pontiff's room down there. And he said this is the only place, so it's there. So let me see. Now that's why I come in for the test, and just to see. I might have to go back to speak to Rhea right there. Oh, I don't do a, do you know that sometimes it's no, bumped. Ah, see, I don't know yet. You got to land on that ledge, and that. Oh shit. You got to land on that ledge. I don't think they would have. They might. He didn't get many views, even though he's a well-known Souls player. This guy, he's got not a huge channel, or you know, only about 7,000 people, but. No. You've got to land. Perhaps I should run into it. I'm bumping it. That was exactly one of the reasons of me coming is to actually test this out. I mean, I can test it out. Just don't go through that boss room. Ah, there you go. I landed on it. So it's been patched. So now I know. You said do this before it gets patched, because that means you walk around there and you're on that ledge. You're on that ledge on your own. So at least I've proved that to myself that that's been patched, so that doesn't work. Just thinking about it, people would have been using that, you know, but looking at the likes and views, it didn't get a lot. So I actually landed on it, and you could see him, he's isolated on his own, so he was literally fucking everyone over. No one could get to him, you know. So obviously if that's been patched up there, so. I had to test it because I was, I don't know, a couple of bosses behind. Let me see if I can get this wedding.
Speak thy desire, honourable one. Our Lord, knowest thou of a youth named Anri? He is hollow. A fellow of mine guides him at this moment. For what Lord taketh knows perhaps? A good tempter, so could observe.
Oh, wait. Goodbye.
I think you better go that way again. Yeah, I'm surprised really, because if you look at the notes of this game, a year ago, not even that, so it's not on PC, it's on PlayStation 4, so fuck it, just put anything on for a minute. That would have been, I think, yeah, I think a lot of people would have been on that now. I mean, it's, I would say it was 8 months ago. If you look, when you load in the screen, it says latest patch. But you don't know what they do. I've never done a latest patch since this DLC was, oh, these fucking things. And my controller's about to go. Oh, out of battery. Yeah. Yeah, here goes the ceremony. Oh.
Welcome, our gracious lord. Your spouse awaits you. Please, take the sword of a vow. May
No, the Anri sword is my favourite weapon in the game. Well, yeah, it is. One of them. It's the one I used a lot, and it's best at sort of be max level, I suppose. But for it to work, and it's at least 140 points. So at least just for the weapon, because it's got the regen on it, the regain on it. And it's buffable, so that's that. Now you should. That's just a silly little ring. Then, if people don't know, if you didn't get the spells, and this is where you get the chameleon spell. If you messed up Wilhelm's thingy. There you go. You see? But you can buy it for killing Sage anyway. They're getting Sage in the Grand Archives. So theoretically I don't really want to go up there. I want to keep this sort of active here, so I'll go the Found Capital that way. So let me see. Now I've got a few Henry swords, or have I? One. No, I've dropped loads. I've had loads of right there. Let me see. If I speak to.
Ah, I presume I wander with the speckled eye. Be safe.
So theoretically, it should be. That's a bit strange because you should. Is it because I've already got it? It's not that I need it, it's just that's how you get her sword. You'll definitely get it if you haven't got it. I know that, but I have, and that's through doing a quest line on this character because I've got. Wait, what was that? Let me just look at something because that's all done like that. Quickly. Oh God. Because also you go back and do Sirius. If you run back and do Sirius's quest line here, then you fight Pontiff for half your health. Not Pontiff, the other, it might be. No, the other one. And then you fight her again, so it's a bit of a double boss fight. I forget what that is. It's hard because you're pushed into the fight straight away, so it depends what sort of like level you're playing it on. But if you spoke to... Doesn't matter if you've joined them or just... but not spoke to them, but if you spoke to Rosaria's fingers and you mess up Sirius's questline, Dark Moon Blade the girl, that's how you get the silver cat ring. But it's... you'll see it's a double fight, and it's in that where that where I fought that big rat. So Dark Souls. I just want to see this. Right, let me just. Because luck only ever contributes to cause the weapon face damage. Well, you can, I mean, at the end of the day, you can, if you want that sword bad and you haven't got it, you can kill her. A lot of people do it straight away because of, especially speedrunners, because of the luck on it. And they will put it all into luck, and it's got really good bleed on it as well. That's the speedrunners because of the luck. They put it all into luck because it's got the regen. But I can tell you, being an 802 player, it scales all the way to the last digits. Either drops from Henri if killed, or if you complete her quest line. If you complete Henri's elusive quarter at the far length route, note that killing Henri will disrupt Uriah's quest line and cause her to leave. Oh, I know. Okay, I've got it. I've got it. Yeah. So, fucking hell, they do like to make you really do like to make you easy to do it like that. No, it's you just know. I thought you had to. It's just here. Because. You Mac from Biddies? No, fella, I'm not Mac from Biddies. No, Mac. Nah, buddy. I don't even know what Biddies is. What's Biddies? It sounds like a pie shop. This is where you get a sword. You have to go back. Now people run around jumping around all these big lumpy swords, and you know you're slowly dog. Whatever. There you go. Here's Amory's sword. There you go. Considering it comes in the top 5 swords in the whole of the game, and does a lot of damage, especially if you're hollow and bleed. It scales. You have to be 15 hollow. So I don't want to go and do her up there, because the double fight is, if you go back to Ithral Valley, because you've got the dole in you, and you go back there, you're pulled into a quest line with Sirius, because you leave a little stone outside up the top there. So you have to, it's quite hard, it's a double fight. You'd have to fight her with half your health, and then you have to do the boss yourself with the essences you got. So yeah, it's yes, I've been working. Alright, yeah, I just read your comment. The Great Sword of Judgment is at the end of the day, the Great Sword of Judgment, it depends the player. I'm gonna say one thing: every single item in this game has been nerfed. So there you go. If you really want to see the damage of it, uninstall your whole game and play it on the original patch, and even a dagger would be OP. There you go, because everything's been nerfed. This is, if you want that, oh shit, half the power taken from it. That there is most of the most powerful in the game. That one there, right? Sharp, then buffed with lightning. Don't put a lightning on it, but buffed with lightning on a glass cannon build. So yeah. And believe me, I've got them all. So a lot of players will still use these here, because these are still OP in the game, even though they've been nerfed. And a lot of people use these as well, but with Darkmoon Blade. But yeah, everything I'm clicking on, every single thing on here has been nerfed. Never update a patch unless it's unplayable, until the DLC comes out. The great is it depends on the player and whatnot. I mean, at the end of the day, spells would be any sword and anything in anything, but every single spell has been nerfed in this game. So what do? You have to do things with buffs, like having the Moran Blade and doing a glass cannon build. That's how you do it. Uninstall the game, play it on the original patch, but you can't play online. You can just upload stuff onto the thingy. They've done it. All games have done it. All the Souls games have done it from the start. You know, all of them. Bloodborne, everything. You name it. The only one I can think of is most probably is Dark Souls Remastered with Dark Bead. It's still a real bad one. It's still a really powerful spell. And lightning in Dark Souls 2. It depends. Everyone's got their own weapon. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to run around with a big thing. Then someone will come smack you over just with one of these. What it's called a noob's weapon. You know? That. He knows. I ain't even bother with it. So here's. I've done everything, but I can't be bothered to do all of that because at the end of the day, this game is dead. And that's a fact. I was going to do a level 1 run. Not a no death run. That takes ages to do a no death run. A hitless run. I asked Gino Machino, who's one of the best guys that does these hitless run. I asked him what is the best for a soul level 1, and he said the broadsword, maxed out, no leveling up, yeah, and then the axe that you get off where I'm going to now, the Profound Capital from the NPC, that little tiny axe. He said those two, because you can't pick up. Then he said when you get that from the broadsword, you get that axe. So that's soul level 1, no leveling up. And I will tell you, that's easier because I've already done the blood level 4 run on dogs on Bloodborne, and that's harder. But they've made it easier with the save edited dungeons, so you can get some cursed gems on there and do a bit of a chalice skip. No, I mean this game is really dead. Everyone knows it's on its last legs because you just have to look at people that are playing this game, and it is on its last legs. That's a fact. You might find a little bit of fun people with having a little twinking, you know, level 60 type build, but I've always been max leveled in all these games and gone through a lot of playthroughs, and it just gets very, very repetitive. So now it's back to if you do serious quest line, I think you just get the cat ring. I'm not too sure. You might get something else. There you go. That's the axe you get, the Dragon Slayer's axe. That's what you want for the and that's most probably from one of the best guys that plays this games. I know he's because I watched him on Twitch. I know he's trying to do a new game plus 7, all in one hitless. He's got to 4 new game plus 4. He's not doing a DLC though, because it takes him an hour and 15 minutes to actually do the whole game. Obviously he's leveling up, but he uses the broadsword, while the other hitless guys they use the Selwood blades. You just don't know I've always got somebody that wants to the overall. No, well, I don't know why I'm doing that. The Lothric straight sword has been regarded as the all-round, sort of the best all-round. Just the ordinary Lothric sword that you get right at the beginning, but and people would say, look, the split leaf, but it's not even a sword, really, is it? It's a the problem with having all these weapons there, I mean, you're never going to get good at them unless you this is how I think, unless you you got to stick to just a couple of swords, I think, because there's too many. Like that's no, not that. Like, a lot of things to have in this game are you to this guy here. This is where you get your thing off of that thing. I won't do because it's on your first playthrough. But you get it off him. So when you do a soul level 1, this is what you want to be upgrading the weapon next. This one here. Oh, you fucking little charge. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe I got killed by him. Oh. You only pick up that blade. That, what do you call it? Mirror. Fucker. There you go. Yeah, but on your first playthrough, just remember, he drops that axe. It just flashed up just a minute ago. It's the... Because I thought, when I had messaged at Genome, because I thought I was going to do a soul level 1 run, and I've decided not to now, because the game is actually, it is really dead. It's not that. Lots of people know it is, that only play this game, and they're sort of in a bit of denial themselves that it's dead. You know what I mean? It is dead. Not in this, but in a lot of PvP. Maybe on PC it's a lot more on PC, when I looked at the servers last week, there's 10,000 playing, and that's the biggest platform worldwide. So it's remember, this game is nearly 3 years old, so when people are creating fight clubs because there's nobody playing this game on their own, then you know the game is dead. Oh, what a little sod he was. Yeah. Every weapon you think of that you pick up here and you read about it, and it is all patched, this has been taken off. Everything is... It makes you think, is it worth fucking playing the game? Because you have to... There's a lot of things you can put in this game that was stacked that make things stronger, but the only way you'd be powerful in this game, even though it's patched as well, is to if you use the dragon, you know, and the buffs, but you've got to be a glass cannon. So you gotta have no health. It's like that's how all this, even in Bloodborne with the gem situation, you have to deplete your health and use rare gems. Oh, do you know what, you fucking silly cow. Yeah, Geno Machino, all those guys, Skrilla Killer, they're the ones that, that's the hardest level of playing these games, without a doubt. Don't forget they've been doing this for years. Happy Hob, all those guys, they're the ones that doing it. And they're only good at it because they bloody play it every day on Twitch and get paid for doing it for a living. So, there you go. Hitless. That doesn't entertain me at all because unless someone's putting, you know, money in your pocket, then of course you're going to be there. This is where you get don't know why I picked that up. Ah, just trying to think here now. Let me just, because someone's asking me, and I think it's this one here. No, I didn't know this until a little while ago. So it's from here. That's the best for spells in the game. Ordinary spells. There's loads of different spells, but that is the Courtyard Staff. And I think it's from here, or it might be the other one. No, it's not, it's the Esthers. There is another one. I had to look it up because on my other character, I gave so much shit away. I looked at it and just I thought, wow, that ain't very good. I'll just use the other one, and apparently, so yeah, this one, that Courtyard Staff, is the best one for spells, and it's fast as well. So. I don't know if it is this one up here. There is another. There's a couple of chests. There's one by where you let. I don't think it's this one. No, so I'll find it in a minute because I'm gonna drop it for someone because it is it's definitely, if you want to fight Medea and you get stuck under him and just use persistent miss, it's very easy, and it doesn't use a lot of FP neither. So you wouldn't think that's any good, but it is. Dark Souls 3 nerfed. If I go in here quickly. Oh, even IGN was on it. They've let a little release about the Desireen and the little Bloodborne teasers. Despite some people saying no, it's never going to happen, and IGN are like that. The unfinished tale, the unfinished dream, the hand gestures, and that's not it. That is about 10. Easter eggs, and IGN they pulled up a few, and they said, well, they're known for doing what they do, and pulling these Easter eggs and pranking from software, especially Miyazaki. So just watched, I think, 2005, The Unfinished Tale. It's not quite finished, and the gesture and everything else. So, if there's doubters out there, well, you should get rid of that doubt now, because at the end of the day, it's like they said, it's sold consoles, you know what I mean? So it's one of Sony's biggest games they've ever had, Bloodborne. For them not to do a 2 is not in their best interests. It's not if I'm going the fucking wrong way here. No, I'm not. Well, oh, no, yeah. I know what I've got to do, yeah. Let me see if that is, you know, because you can farm this. There won't be a Dark Souls 4, rest assured, unless somebody else makes it. It's like I was reading a lot of things actually today about Miyazaki. They say he's not very keen on sequels. He likes to do new things. And with Desireen being his latest game, and all those things, references which are directly to Bloodborne. If you're Bloodborne, I mean, the future's bright, and believe it, it will be. And even IGN said, look, don't get excited right now, because it will happen regardless. Because even if Miyazaki didn't make it, you know what I mean. There's too many hints in Desireen for it. you know, and there's mostly a lot in there that still hasn't been covered in that game. Desireen, whatever it's called, something like that, yeah. They've done it in, apparently so they've done it in Dark Souls 1 with that character, and yeah, Bloodborne 2 there. So they're showing you a guy, the American guy who's got a big channel, showed you all the spoilers from all the games that what led to Bloodborne and the Easter egg in Dark Souls 1. So oh, well done for finishing the game. So yeah, it is a hard game to finish if you've never played these games before, yeah. So don't know, because the thing is that this is the end of the series. Like I said, like they said, Miyazaki is not keen on doing things. He done Demon Souls, Dark Souls. He didn't do Dark Souls 2. He was doing Bloodborne, but his team was working. He gave influences on Dark Souls, so that's why Dark Souls 2 for the die-hard fans get a bit of a bad rap. He gave some insight on it, but it was still his team that done Dark Souls 2, so it weren't like it weren't like some other people done it, but people. And it's the hardest Souls game, and it's the longest one. But yeah, he's about new IPs. So the next Sekiro, okay, that's 4 months away, and a lot of people are really excited about that game. Who knows what? Nobody knows. They've only seen 5 minutes of the game, because everyone's got, oh, no PvP, no level up, no this. It's a new IP, it's a new game. It's the hardest game and the fastest game he's made. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. But the thing is, it's the replay value. Can he add something on the DLC with the replay value? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Will it sell? Of course it will sell. This is, do you know what? This is bullshit, me doing this, because I've got to let I haven't got to let the witch out, but I just remembered something. Is I've got to go and get that. If you've done the quest line properly here, you should have patches, but he won't be here. I don't need to do it. I'm just in a cell here. Well, yeah, because look, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm going to say like like Resident Evil, for example, was made by Shinji Mikami, and he made 1 and 2, right? There's been 7 games since then, and he was the guy behind Resident Evil, which inspired a generation of horror games. Right, so yeah, he left, and now he's the one that actually made a new horror game called Evil Within, which is the 1 and 2. He's made the 2 games. That's him. It's very similar. It's got that Resident Evil sort of feel to it, but it's not Resident Evil. But they still made Resident Evil without him, even though it was his idea. It's the same as Tomb Raider. The original guy was who came up with it was an English guy called Nathan something. Yeah, he made the first 2 games. Then I think 3, and it was his idea. He didn't make the game. He came up with the character. Then loads of people jumped to it, and it was made over here in the UK. Then it went over to America, rebooted. It went over to it flopped on PlayStation 3. No, when it went to PlayStation 2, it was badly done, and then it went over to a new, I think, Crystal Dynamics and blah 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 blah. So lots of people have made the same game, but just different thingies. But at the end of the day, if Dark Souls 4 happened, it won't be done by Miyazaki. Like, he's just done Desireen, which is, if you've got a headset and you like something that's new, because he's all about fresh, doing something new. And if you want to play something hard, then wait for this. The people that are real die-hard Souls people, got big YouTube channels, yeah, are all can't wait to play Sekiro, because it's the fastest and hardest, and it's still a Souls game. Theoretically, it's done by Miyazaki, but there's no PvP and there's no leveling up. Just think of God of War, and it's the hardest game they've made. And there's about 10 different ways to beat the boss, because of the grappling hook and wall jumping. You've only seen a tiny bit of the game, so we don't know. Who knows with the DLC, with the play? If no one played it, they could bring in a DLC, because at the end of the day, From Software are a really small company, right? That's why they're with Activision. That's why it's called multi-platinum. Not multi-platinum. That's why I mean it's multi. It's on everything. It's on PS4, Nintendo. I expect it'd be on that. So I don't even know why I pick these fucking things up. I've got all this. PC, Xbox, whatever the one is now. Do you know what I mean? PS4. Because I was thinking, okay, yeah, but God of War, good game. Then it goes to New Game Plus, good game, but there's not much after that. You need something that's... He knows that because he wants his game to sell. It's like the people who've got the big gaming channels in the world. I mean, you know, even IGN, and IGN is one of the biggest ones that knows about games, and they said if they wanted, for example, Sony had a free game contract with what's his name, with Miyazaki, and one of them was no, this is where you get the courtyard staff. I remember now, it's in here. So this way you get the staff in there. This is the best spell staff. Not all of it, this is the one. This is your spells. Even IGN said, just saying for example, Dark Souls 4. It won't be done by Miyazaki, but if Sony want it made, then and the fans want it, which I think the fans do just as much. I think they want Bloodborne 2 more than anything else. But there would be a Dark Souls 4, but it won't be done by him. That was IGN putting a comment on their thing. Yeah, if the demand, I know the demand is there, but they said it. But with Miyazaki being how he is, he likes something new. Now me, I'm a big Bloodborne thing in this. There's only been one game, and they're on about the unfinished game. If you know the lore about Bloodborne, if you've done what I've done in Bloodborne, I've got about 4,000 hours in Bloodborne, and most of that is farming, but it's unfinished, the game, the lore of it, because it's not all those ideas, not all Miyazaki's. I didn't know this until some American guys, they pulled it up, the Gravestone and Dark Souls, he's taken from stories, it's his ideas, but it's a little bit like Lord of the Rings. He's taken a bit out of this book and a bit out of that and Bloodborne, and that's where he's got a lot of his lore from. This is where you get the courtyard staff. Oh, it's gave me that, and yeah, and I've got the courtyard staff. But I'll be dropping that for someone, so it helps her with my dear. Yeah, so oh, this fucking thing's down there again. Bloodborne 2, just watch, PS5, it will happen, guaranteed. There's too much in Desireen, there's too many Easter eggs, an unfinished game, because Bloodborne 2 is sort of, there's still a storyline left in it, do you know what I mean? Because people were, if you know anything about it, they wonder, well, why don't they just bring out a fucking DLC and finish the story then? As if you if you followed the lore of the game, you know what I mean? Not a lot of people have. You know, not even with this game, you know? Just come through hack and slash and level up. Because the 3 games that Sony done with the deal they had was, the first one was Demon Souls, the second was Bloodborne, and the third, which just been released, is Desailly. Nobody's going to play it. Well, I know people that have played it because they've got the VR set, and that, it's only 23 quid. But if you want to spend 300 quid on that, then by all means, it's a good game. It's not shit. It's got, I think, about a 7.6 on Metacritic, and yeah. But it's just, unless it's a real bad tease, I mean, it's just. So he's not here. Sequel. I didn't think so. I didn't put his arm down a thing. There's too many big spoilers in that game for Bloodborne. Especially at the end, even in the credits, they're saying something in there, and it's totally pushing towards Bloodborne. Phrases that are only in Bloodborne and some of the scriptures and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, it's, they have done it. They like I said, he does. I mean, they have tricked people. You know, he's done it before. He likes to trick people, and I think it will happen. Dark Souls 4, yeah, I mean, it could happen, but I don't think they said that Miyazaki. This was that's it on when this come out. That needs to happen here. I have to. Oh, also just got that laid down and gone shard of gold old Gillian the ladder boy. Are you on about Dark Souls 2? Right, let me think. That's, see, that's the courtyard staff. So Yorm profound cap. I don't need to get this switch back, but no, this is not the one, is it? Yeah, I'd like to see a Dark Souls 4 and a Bloodborne 2. A lot of people are saying, yeah, but I'd like to see the next IP. Well, he's just done 2 new ones, hasn't he? With Desireen, which is absolutely way out there. It does look good. I mean, it's I don't think it's for everyone because it's not fairies and it's ghosts and it's quite gruesome at the end, but I don't know, I haven't played. I've only seen clips, and I'm more interested in reading about the Bloodborne than actually the game. But it's actually a good game to play. And if I was in a different situation, I most probably would have bought one of those headsets a long time ago. But not now. I've got vertigo anyway. So even they said that Miyazaki he toned it down for people, you know, so they don't start spinning out. So it's not going to make you sick playing it. And the game's only about 8 hours long. That's why it's only 23 quid. The best one I can say that will actually really rip into it, his channel is an English guy called Vati Vidya, and he's got about 1.5 million subs, and he is the biggest person with the Souls channel. Now, when they mentioned Desailly, he said, well, I'm going to be playing it. So when he hasn't done it yet, because I think he will edit, he will actually do a walkthrough, and he will decipher every single tiny picture and everything. So he will give you the information. If anyone would know more than him, because he's more or less like an expert on the souls, all the hidden stuff, all the lore, every single thing that everything you can think of in a Dark Souls or Bloodborne, even the architecture, the hidden stuff they've hidden in the games. He's the one to go on his channel, because there's a lot of people that have already released their streams and done that, but I think because I looked on his channel, he hasn't done it yet, like, because he said like he's gonna do it. So if you watch that Vati video, and he's an English guy, very well spoken, and he will explain it to you, that game. And if anyone's gonna know anything big about if there was even more hidden stuff, I can guarantee you he will find it, because he does very good cinematography, and his wife's Japanese. He's met Mizaki. He was actually interviewing the guys on the press release about Sekiro, and out of all the channels to do with Bloodborne, he's the, well, to do with Dark Souls, he's the one that explains the lore of it the best out of all the people that are on here. Like with Sekiro, his was the best playthrough. When a lot of people have done that, his was the best one. His was the best demo, and while everyone sort of jumped on it and sort of quickly rushed through it, his playthrough was the best one, and the more things that you can actually do in the game. Well, most people would just half explain, well, you can do this, do that. And when he waited and edited his, you know, a lot better and everything else, and he actually you find out more about the game from what he's done, because he's took time to edit and do a proper. That's why he's got like 1.5 million, and it's just run a Souls series since they were first released in 2009. So that's why his channel's been so big. From Software contacted him, you know what I mean? So that's why he was on the stage in Germany when the last bit of Sekiro come out. So yeah, but I think he's Indian, because like he was interviewing that American guy that's like the translator, one of the Sekiro developers, and he had his face sort of like, you couldn't see his face, but I imagine he's, with Vati Video, he looks, it's like an Indian type name. And his girlfriend's Japanese, because he's the bloke that does all, not his editing, but he's got like a professional cameraman, which is his wife's brother. So what he does, it always looks really well, you know what I mean? And also he gets, because he's got such a big following and such a big loyal based people, they send in hidden little thingies that you might not interest you, but I've come across a lot of things which I've never noticed, like a brooch on a certain NPC in the game. You'll find a symbol somewhere in the game. I thought, how the fuck can they fucking find that? Well, they go around, they plan the game with a microphone, with like the monocular, like, you know, like an architect looking at all the architecture, and it's strange what is hidden. in the game. But yeah, so with it, considering with the Desiree and all that lot, wait until get on his channel and have a look. Then I think you'll get more information about Bloodborne 2, because I'm sure there's more stuff hidden in it, and he's the one that's going to actually most probably, I'm not going to go 100% say, but he will give you a good scope on it, because like he's been 90 sort of 8% right about things in the past. Like Bloodborne originally is going to be called Beast Raw. He let that one out, you know, but not through him, but the people that he's in contact with. People say to him, why don't you do other, because he's got a big channel, why don't you do other games? He does other little tiny games, but they're usually paid ones, like anime based ones. But I watch his stream because I know that's where the I know that's where the real I know that's where the real, there's a lot in it. There's most probably about 9 things related to Bloodborne in there, so I think he could most probably uncover about 4 or 5, and sort of, because he knows and he's actually met Miyazaki himself. Another one that's very infoed in it is Lobos Jr. Dark Souls. They even gave him a board game. Yeah, because he was actually he was the first person on the channel that actually I see him stream it. He streamed it straight away, and I was watching it, and I didn't know nothing about anything about Bloodborne on it 2 or anything like that. I just watched it and I thought, I watched about 10 minutes of it and I thought, no, but he's another one that software they go to, because he's got a big channel, and not big like him, but he's more of the original Dark Souls. That's why they sent him a board game. No, I think this is a pile of crap in it, this. Oh, it's not, it's that. Alright, okay. Oh no, that's gonna be death there. Ah, there. Oh, you little sod. Oh, that's another one of those, and that is an instant death. That is, because I'll get cursed. Or that's what I thought of. Someone, is it? Oh yeah, she's fucking cursed me. I've got that black shit coming out of me. So you can't die from that, only if they touch with that red iron. You can play with that weapon. People seem to, if you look at, if you watch a guy called Yamfa, he sort of gives you a sneak. It shows you how to fight with all the weapons that most people don't always like use properly. Like going through the game just using that, or just using the storm ruler, where people just will only use the storm ruler for Yorm, you know, because it's good. That's a good weapon as well. Just saying there, people seem to go for all the obvious ones that everyone's using. And you know what it goes for, because I haven't got a clue what every weapon goes with. See, if you follow Patch's quest line, then you've got he will help you out with Yorm. Well, you don't know, you just see him in the fight, he just like surprises. Now, if I send him on, this will be his last mission.
Oh, what do you think?
No, I don't need nothing.
Goodbye. Just one.
Right. Well, I've got that. Not a lot. Okay, right.
Be careful.
Back again, Blessed. This time. Come again.
Oh, Chichi. Oh, Chichi of a good. Have a pleasant.
So there's a quest line there, and there's also a quest line you have to do here. This is if you want to platinum a game. You have to do his quest line. You follow it, you get, it's bountiful, it's a big replenishment, there's a hill. It's about 50 or 60 intelligence, so it takes a lot, so yeah. You have to fight him, and he's pretty tanky. Not if you do it straight away, but if you leave it late, he can be a bit of an arsehole. I think the best fight I see a guy doing this was not tanking him, it just, he was wearing the sages, that big sort of like Mexican sort of like sombrero type hat, and it's about 12 minutes long. It might have been about like New Game Plus 3 or something, but he didn't use the storm, this weapon. But he just fought him so beautifully, and not taking a lot of damage. Because he uploaded it, he didn't have many followers, but he had like about 150,000 views on it because it was done so nice. It just. You don't believe how many times I forget to actually do that. I don't like this. I mean, he's not hard, but he squashes you so easy. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this is. I mean, this is not just this weapon. It's just not for this fight. I mean, this is quite a good weapon for the whole. Fucker. You know, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but yeah. So this is a good weapon to use. Apart from Yorm, I haven't used it. I'm just going on a channel that I follow. So wait there. How comes I haven't gone straight to? That's weird. Do you know what? I don't even get this game sometimes. I should have gone straight to. I should have gone straight to. What's her name? It might be. I know what it is. It's the order, innit? I know. Oh yeah, I know why. it's because I haven't done that boss up there, so it hasn't pushed me into there. That's why. It's weird how this game works. How you can skip a lot of things, and so if I'd have gone up, run through Anna and beat her up there, whatever her name is, and then but I want to keep that area open for a reason, so oh, I don't need any of these, none of these at all. No. Right. Right, so dancer. Then no, because it's going to be done this way. Oh, don't give me that bullshit. Sometimes it's a sneaky sign. There's a reason I do this. I do this because you'll know why. In fight this. Well, you do. You get caught up in it when you're when you start going a bit loopy. And she can be done straight away on soul level 1. So the Cellwood blades. So it's not that that's in your first playthrough. See, the thing is, if I don't beat her here, then I'll come back on this try. Then all that bullshit's in the way. And it just gets in your way. No, I ain't gonna be doing that. But I've taken the buff off anyway.
What is wrong? I insist. What I insist.
Oh, fuck you. See, that didn't click him, it's because I hadn't done that. What's the name up the other thing? The other boss. This game's meant to be played in an order. Really, but you sort of have to listen to the storylines that people say. Because you could go straight through to the Grand Archives from here, from the beginning, but they patched it out. You still can, but you can't get to the Grand Archives. You have to do the 3 bosses. Which, I think, you know, it's an old game now. Loads of people know about this. Her swords are the dance sword. They got 800, nearly 900 attack power. I've tried using it. They're quite good, but she has beat my ass so many times. That's the one. If you watch the non-hit guys, see they stick to her arse basically, and they just dodge those sweeping attacks. Obviously, I'm not doing a non-hit, and most of the curtains now. But you can do that it straight away, and you don't even have to level up. Just the twin Cellwood blades. You'll say that just miss that second hit, which is with no armor on, and the twin, and you just tank her ass, and the fight's over within like 5 minutes. Yeah, just what did you use on it? Dark. She's weak to dark, so just use dark prime resin, then that gives you access to all of that right there. So you can get to your plus 10 weapon really quick. That's if you can do it. But I'd say thousands and thousands of people have done it. There's loads of YouTubers, soul level 1s doing it, and they all do it with the twin Selwood blades. But you could level them up in dexterity and your vigor a little bit before you got here. And that is a trick, not like what I just done there, because I didn't need to do it, because I'm just too overpowered really. But with the swords, you do stick to her arse, and you can see she's easy, and it's easy when if you've got no armour on, obviously you're going to dodge better. And that sweeping attack that she was catching me with, you can just roll that, you know. If you see the hit list, guys, you'll see what I mean. They do it all the time. But they actually don't come in here and do it. They'd actually rather do dancer at, when they've got the dex at least up to 40 on the Selwood blades. Asarius. Right there. Let me see, because I just want to see if awkward signs there. Of everything, this is where I used to farm. This is where I farmed without joining any covenant, but this is where I farm. This is where you get the buff. This is where you get a buff from here. It's the mage there. You report the mage, right? And that's where you get the buff from. This is. Let me see if I can. I haven't got a report on me. That buff will go onto you. Right, if I go back again. This gives you more attack power. It's only going to work for, you can only do it on these mages here. For example, if you come in here, straight away, done Dancer, then went and done Vort, you can do a one shot on Vort. This work in no game, but you have to do it on a glass cannon. Let me see if get rid of Alright. I think it's report. And you'll see that mate, it's a healing buff. Because that's what he's going to do, is you get it off these. Let me see if I can get it when he's doing it. Right there. It might not be a report, I don't know, I can't remember. Theoretically, it's one of the miracles. It might not be a report, or you've got to do it just before then. I'll have to watch someone's video for that, because it only work. I mean, let me. Or is it when he wait there? Is it when he strikes it? It might not be report, I don't know. I've never tried this before, but I know you get it off the mages here. There you go, look. You see? Just as he strikes it, now I've got the buff. Fucking hell, look at my weapon go right up like that. And that's sitting at 637. That's the buff you get. So that's one of the buffs. So it's 637. It's usually at 533. So that's how you do it. You report that. I knew it was report. You report that, and you take that buff with you. It lasts for about 60 seconds. So that's how you report the mages. You report that mage. I knew it was just so you got to wait for the chime. And what the fuck am I doing this bullshit? Oh, I only get that. No, all this stuff in here, I know I don't even need. There's why in a Heartwood sign there? I know why. It's because I haven't been up to the Farron Keep. You've got to do all these things. Not that you don't really need him, but so you could potentially use that mage to actually to fight the. These are doing stuff from glass cannon builds with one shots and stuff like that. So you could do this fighting the Dragon Slayer, not the Nameless King, the Dragon Slayer, because you've got a mage there. So you quickly do that. It only lasts for 60 seconds, so you'll be glowing like that. That is the only place where the mages are. I'll throw it here. Do you know what? There you go. Now look at my weapon. Now it's gone up to, like I said, 637. That's what I've got in my hand now. I know it sits at 535. You can do it the opposite end, fighting it stacks as well with the other buffs. So if you do this, you can do this with a new game, then you run through here. With the buff still going, and you switch everything over, and then you could one-shot Raw with the Dark Bead. But you have to take the report from that mage, and you can do it with the Dragon Slayer. It's just like casting that, or the Golden Sacred Oath. There's something I've got to do here. Oh, also you just got to lay down and gone shard of good old giggly. Oh, I don't understand what that means. So.
Ah. Ashen one.
Right.
Sure.
Hawkwood he's fucked off now, you see. Let me hope you see something. I ain't fighting him again. He's a tank.
Just wasn't easy. For the heavy care.
See, Sirius is not there. I'm keeping it open, that's why. And there's a reason for that. Let me just... Let me just... This is Hawkwood's area. So... that's why I'm running back. Now I can tell you now, I do not need any weapon, I do not need Twinkling Top, I don't need to go and get the ashes, I don't need to do the Nameless King. I don't even need to go over and do any of... I've done this all before on everything else, but... Actually, the best way to fight this guy is actually dark magic. Oh, he tank shoot. Oh look, he's got me. Do you know what? He can have that bullshit up there because I don't need that. It's only and I don't need his spell neither. It's just all you get is that boulder thing that he chucks you as crap, and you just need to speak to part of the thing, and you just need that boulder thing. And no, his spells is the Prisoner's Chain Lock, which gives you a lot of things which I don't need. just didn't know why Hawkwood was there, and you'd only find him there. One little change in this game means the change of an NPC. But he's back again now. Strange, look.
The undead legion of Farron is a caravan of undead, sworn by joyous Game ins Eve IP. Game Eve.
Right, and the best way to fight Osarius is lightning. So let me see. So you can be a pain in the arse, and this is the best way to fight, and not with that. It's with the sword as well. You can do it with the sword. There is a glitch if you have trouble with him. You can get in a corner and do him with the bow and arrow, and he can't attack you. So this is, I shan't be doing it. So I shouldn't, you know, I mean, it's if you're at a low level. Like I said, there's a guy called Yamfo who's show all these glitches and everything. I've got a comment on my thing about the Bloodborne glitch, and he hasn't killed him. It's about the eye ruins. He hasn't. I said I haven't answered him yet, but he hasn't killed. I know he's on about. If he hasn't killed him, then yeah, it will still work. But theoretically, it's the eye ruin number 2. It's not number 3, but it still makes sure item discovery go up really high. Oh, do you know what? This is... No, I've done this wrong. I've got to change. Not so much that. I don't think I'll get as far as needing to heal myself, but I don't know if that's the best one. That's right, yeah, like that. Because yours square is a bit more powerful, but I always use the cloth because it's faster. Oh, yeah, and you change your weapon over to. Now you can melt Osarius without all those spells. I think this is the only this is the only time there is a good weapon at this Ithril, because but it's if you look, it melts this boss in here. I just went and spoke. Now I wonder if his sign's going to be there. It's not. I ain't bothered if it's not there. Do you know what I mean? But to get him there, You'd want him at Harkwood. No, at Second Peak. Oh, yeah. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, yeah. It is a good game. Yeah, it's but it's on the me personally, I think it's on its last legs in. Nah, Hawkwood's not there. Perhaps I should have gone to Archang. I don't think it matters. I think it's all a matter of I only found out this boss. Oh, when I come to platinum in this game, Mr. Sayer totally out, and Grundy. Yeah.
Of the power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up.
This is when I played this game when it was first released, so no wonder I missed a lot of it. Time, working, playing it when you're going from work. Yeah. I hope the buff is still there. With the cutscenes, the buffs don't really told you can be a pain in the fucking arse. Oh. Which one? There is that. Arsehole. He ain't easy, I can guarantee you that. And being high level makes the game harder, and that is 100%. And this is not maxed out. I'm 3,799, right? So I'm 3, and I've got a maxed out character, and I know what it's like. So yeah. So there's no difference in 3 points. So yeah, the higher level you are, not so much on the early new games, but later on, you are fighting at the hardest. I told a lot of people that there's a guy called the Limit Breakers, and without leveling up, it's 150 new game pluses to get to 802. So if you fancy doing that, then by all means. So I wouldn't be doing that in a million years, not at all. 150 new games. Don't really need to. You'd have seen the sword. If I'd have got, you can. If there's a glitch somewhere, I know there is. It happened to me. I got caught in a corner. You weren't hitting you, and I run out of spells. And the sword does a lot of damage. I mean, and if you look at it, it says lightning and the Ifril blade. But the high level, and it's bullshit if anyone says that, because I know a lot of people are on New Game Plus such and such, and they're still 500 and something. You know what I mean? So you have to come this way anyway to for your new playthrough to get the Jester dragon, the path. You get it from here, look, where it's sitting down like that. So you grab the gesture there, and that gives you to go over to oh, what's its name? The Nameless King, because there's another area. It's optional, but then it gets you all the once you put the ashes, you can buy everything. And you should get some slabs, but and this is how New Game Plus 1000 starts. So if you're doing New Game Plus 1000, which I very much doubt with you, but people have done it, and this is how it will start. So you'll have that. You'll start off up there, and you'll run through to there. You've got these silly ass fucking bitches up here as well. So this is how a New Game Plus, from going from 99 to 1000, this is how it starts. What, already invaded by her? The healer. There's nothing to pick up here. Oh, there is. I mean, when you come through this is where you'll get all your plus rings and whatnot. If you haven't done it. When people think they know Dark Souls and they really don't. So I'm not saying I do, because there's still things I'm learning about it, but I've done what I've sort of achieved to do in this game. But there is still secret things in it. The people, because they were just of continuous play, and people are just finding things, especially when it comes to buffable items, with weapon swapping and glitching and stuff like that. And it does remind me of behind the scenes here. You don't know, like from software, because it does happen. You get him as a summon as well, which I've had, which I've never had before recently. Not here, but usually somewhere else. I know it makes the game hard, but for me, use summons when you can. That's my theory, because I Did he knock me out my, he did, didn't he? I forgot to, when I went with the sword, I forgot to give it the buff, either that one or Dark Moon, but... The plus rings are, here. You have to do it. Don't worry about it if you don't. You won't get a... It's 3 playthroughs to get a +2, so... Now these are tanky, because these are all Black Knights, so... And they are tanky. Not Silver Knights. In Dark Souls 1, this is like the best armour you could wear, but not many people you see wearing it. Everyone seems to go for the Havel, which is, I don't like. I know I'm wearing it, but it's one of the strongest armours and it's got the highest poise, but Smug's armor is the strongest, but it's just fucking ugly, you know what I mean? You can farm these knights as well for all their everything they drop. There's one over there, but there's one here. Oh, I know there's a. I'm sure there's a plus ring. I know I don't need it, but. There's the Hornet ring. Wait there, where is it? It might be up here. There's, I know there's... Oh, it actually might be... No, you don't. When you're linking... When you're doing Cinder, you don't come out here. You can farm these if you want all their gear. You just have to put all the rings and... Not the mimic head, but the you know, the gold ring. No, I know there's another one up here. See, that's might be something there. I'm not too sure what that is up there, but is it? I think is it a rise? Oh, it's the Chaos Blade. No. Oh, fuck him. Yeah, you can stay and farm and get all their stuff. I'm just sure. I swore there's a. Obviously, those souls like not the highest, but the second highest ones you get in the game. I just want to get away from that idiot. Well, I swear there was a ring that you picked up there because... No, I would do this because I will get the free slab for that. But you want the coiled sword anyway. Instead of using Homeward Bones, but it gives you a free slab with Pigwoody P. And when you first come through it, there's ashes there, which are not there, and there's not here. There's nothing up there, and I'm not too sure. There might be something outside, but I think everyone knows it's not no, but. The eyes. Now if I'm just gonna check up. Yeah, there's something behind there, so life ring +3. That might have been not what I was thinking about, but I know there's something in there. It might be on New Game Plus. I don't know, just on New Game Plus. Let me just this one. Yeah, it's another seed. See, you can't. There's nothing. There's nothing. I've never. I don't know, I've never... I could always go back and try it. I can't bother to actually take my arm off and jump up there, but just to see if there was something up there, because I don't know if I've gone up there and checked to see if there's anything else. I might do that, like, because I've pretty much done everything in this game, so So yeah, then I wouldn't keep on doing this for slabs in the game. But what I'd do is now is I'd actually I'll just give her a rise and then the music changes.
Ashen One, I think part of it.
Alright.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Where is she? I bet you if I got that fan ring off him, he'd have helped me up there for Sarius. But it's not that, it's just, I mean, he's not that hard to beat, you do take a lot of damage from him. Well, I do anyway, because now I've got one of these anyway, so but I wouldn't do this for the slab anyway. But this also gives you the gesture of right there. Oh, shut up, will you? Fucking thing, right there. Because I've got a spare one, so. And it also gives you this gesture. That's a platinum as well. You have to, if you're platinum in this game, you have to get the gestures. The worst one gesture is following Sigwell's quest and actually following Yellowfinger. You have to get his gesture, and he becomes your ally. I mean, it's hard to do this. All the ones. The rings are pretty straightforward. Then it's the spells. Well, you can with doing the Covenants. Shackle Farm is must be the hardest one, and then just getting all the gestures. But you'd never do it in one playthrough because it's really hard to keep to one without fucking up another. I think you can most probably do it by New Game Plus the 3 playthroughs. So. Putting some more storage on our ads. Not that I need these, but
Ashen One.
see, because I haven't done all the bosses. There's only one boss to do, and she's pretty. Then it's Cinder, but then there's I could go straight and do the Ring City right now, but oh, it's just. And just remember, this is the easiest Dark Souls. really, compared to when you first play the other ones, and to Demon Souls. So that would have been, what's her name? Right, so yeah. So theoretically, now you could actually go to do like if you go to Archdragon Peak, I mean, the wyvern's easy to jump on, but the snake men, they're the fucking worst in the world, they are. But that's where you get the ashes, and you got the Nameless King. But then hopefully his sign will be there, because Nameless King he's pretty easy. I had to fight him. I wondered what it was. I was in the abyss, and he tanked me for ages. I had to fight him where the Abyss Watchers were. I done it the other day because he took all my twinkling. Because he's related to Archdragon Peak as well. So let me just. Right, let me. Yeah. I want to test how many souls you can get when I get there. I wonder if, I don't know. How many did I place down on that then? I hate this area as well. See, that's what I say. If you can beat Dancer on New Game with the Silver Blades at the beginning, you get this is leveling up really, really quickly because you will nearly get your weapon to a plus. Here we're dropping those and the shards, yeah. So that will get you to a +5, and he will drop the odd chunk. It's not the odd one, I mean quite a lot of them. So basically, as soon as you get a +10, then you can join Aldrich the Faithful and level up quick then. By invading. Oh fucking hell! Look at that! Look, believe Volty boy's going to fucking laugh because I'm gonna have the boys. I'm gonna have the boys with me in a minute. Look, you watch. Right, they've been invaded, so. He's going to do it in a fucking area where... Oh, look at you. Ah. We just wait here for a minute. I can't bother to fucking... I can't even hit the thing. Oh, he's got one of those fucking great big... I bet I'm about 300 fucking... There you go, here comes the boys. Look, he's running now, look, there you go. I'll tell he ain't worth a carrot, that guy. Is he gone? Oh, here he is, there. Oh, he's come to heal. That fucking idiot behind us, up there. Oh look, here he is, look. He's waiting in there because of the winged knight. See? Get out of here a minute, I'm fucking running out of fucking connects for here. Fucking idiot up there. Oh look, he's fucking gone. He's gone home, mate. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, honestly, they're not that task completed. Those guys usually come and invade. They're not that tanky. I just put it on because I think because the game is dead, you're getting more people invaded, whoever it is, whether it's red or like him from that. I knew his trick there where he's hiding because you got the winged knight in there, so and he's tanky. It's mostly running out of what do you call it, healing items. That's why he went home. So Mr. Fire, if you quickly that's it. Oh, it's fucking activated. Fucking you've got to be careful here because this is a bit of a Bit of a gank here. Vaulty boy. I bet there's someone jumped to my strength before they go a little pop. That is why, I'll tell you what, I just put the way of the blue on, because I know it won't take long before. And it also gives them a little bit of if they're still trying to level up. I was fighting someone here today. How many weird names about Arse Bandit, Gay for You, Allah Akbar, Terrorista, you name it. Like they put their name to it. I was fighting him today, a long fight with Arse Bandit. Oh fuck! I mean, what goes through these people's minds? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So there's nothing here for me to pick up really. And this guy, he's a tanky fucker, this fucker. Well, not so much here, but I'll get hit for that there. Oh look, no, there's another one there. There's nothing down there, I know that, but there is here. Oh. I don't want to go down there. That would mince me, that fucking thing down there. I'm opening the shortcuts. Let me see. Let me. Know it. Oh, I know it. That's why. That's why I said exactly what I said. I didn't want to go down there because that has happened to me so many times. He's worse than the first boss that you find. Also, is his mimic chest. That stuff I've already got, but. You know, I've really done really. Now, I bet if I take off my helmet. No, I'm not. 'Cause I didn't use the dark sigil. I did, but I didn't draw out any strength. Or did I? I can't remember. Oh, okay. Right, let me... That fire ain't kicked off yet. Oh, look, they're so look at these fuckers. I tell you what, they hit so hard. There is stuff to pick down at me. It's not a lot. Just get past this thing here. No, I ain't picking up nothing here. I will just get fucked over. If you try fighting all these, you will do. Now, that's where you get the ultra. He's the worst one, this one here. This is all about getting the shortcut. You can go back and do that like afterwards if you want to, but there's nothing for me to pick up. There's some rings down plus 2 rings. I know there is. Just jump down on that side around the corner there. But it is better to beat one of those. I don't know if I want to do it. The thing is, it's the dragon stake, and you can smash you off the bridge there. And jumping, me killing those things, they were just... It's only items and a soul. Might be a soul of a champion, but you know, I don't really need them. But so you could take that mage, report that mage there. Literally, would be the quickest one to do. It's only a 60-second buff. It gives you, so you'll be running out. And that you run, you do the Nameless King. But you use him, Morn. No, I know what this is here, this tear stone ring here, but it's... That's a plus ring there. Right there. I'm not jumping down there, but I know it is because I've had to get them. Then you jump off, and then that's a chime. Catheter's chime there. I see, I don't have to do this. I won't do this neither, but it makes that fight a little bit hard. Look all that fire coming up there. I don't know, I might fucking jump down and kill those, because it's these that is causing it. know what, this is not the best.